Welcome along to the ITM Cup wrap of the week, where the Stags fans were treated to an edge-of-the-seat thriller. Marty McKenzie slotting the goal to seal a win over Harbour, bagging 5 flag points along the way. The week started well, with Southland beating Bay of Plenty, then securing the last bid for the Shield once Counties had repelled the Waikato Challenge. Wellington found a way to beat Canterbury even when short-handed due to cards. And Tasman won the other top-of-the-table clash by keeping Hawke's Bay to single figures. Auckland and Taranaki among the other victors, including Otago, who won the tri-blitz at Forsyth Bar.
You know, after that first half, it was pretty obvious that we were flat, and that was the message at half-time. Like we'd talked about since Bay of Plenty that, you know, we needed to get up mentally and physically, and we were just, you know, in that first half it was quite lethargic, and nobody was, you know, there's no spark there. So, you know, to come back in the second half and put a performance like that on, I'm pretty proud of the boys.
Well, 3 quick tries, wasn't there? 1 before half-time and 2 thereafter, and suddenly the confidence went through the roof.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's infectious, and we sort of got that feeling after Bay of Plenty too, and we'd scored a couple of quick tries after half-time, you know, the last 20 minutes, that the confidence was growing, you know, confidence in our 9-10s, you know, and second 5 and centres, you know, they're starting to grow and create some opportunities for us, and it was good to see that it happened in the, you know, just before half-time and after half-time today.
Have to talk about a particular 10. We've been waiting for the Marty McKenzie show for a few weeks, and we've seen what talent he possesses.
Yeah, he's, you know, Marty is a player with exceptional talent. Sometimes he makes mistakes, you know, and in that game there he was brilliant at times, and sometimes, you know, he'd be the first one to say that it wasn't quite as, you know, as good as what he wanted. But the talent's there, and I'm very pleased for the boy. Like, he's outstanding taking the ball to the line. You know, his work rate's really high, and it's just some of the little things that are in his game that he'll continue to work on that'll get him higher honours.
He wasn't on his own today. Willis Halaho, another outstanding performance. He hasn't let you down since he stepped foot in the province.
No, for a guy that came down here, wasn't up to the fitness requirements. You know, like, we're not seeing the best of Willis yet. He's nowhere near where he should be in regards to fitness. So, you know, to me, he's a real excitement machine that we definitely want to keep.
And good to see Tim Boys, all the work he puts in to share some of the glamour, because that try was so timely and he was in the right spot.
Yeah, Tim's just a workhorse, you know, and he's, you know, people don't see the work that Tim does over the ball and tackling and covering the insides and so forth, and it was just lovely to see him go over.
An exciting week looming, 100th game for Jamie, the Otago Southland clash. We look forward to that just for the sake of it, and essential points on offer.
Yeah, it's you know, nice to bank 5 here, and Otago banked 5 yesterday and or 2 days ago, and they'll be tough opposition. They've beaten us the last couple of times they've played us, and up there their home ground. But you know, we like a challenge, and we're looking forward to that already.
It's been a great week, isn't it? 2 wins and now a Shield challenge that no one can take away from you.
Yeah, and it's you know, I guess there won't be many people holding out much hope for us in that Shield challenge. Counties are a good team, but you know, we've got a lot of heart and a lot of spirit, and we'll just, you know, we've got I think 2 games before that, and we'll just play those 2 games and see what happens in that last game.
I thought we should have put another couple of tries, one first half, certainly one in the second half, but we weren't ruthless enough around what we needed to do with the ball in hand.
When the intercept try came, I thought you'd sunk Southland's hearts. Did you think you might have just done enough by then?
No, look, they always keep going, don't they, down here? No, the one where we got back under their posts, and I think we got penalised straight under the post. I thought that hurt us. You know, we could have maybe put it away, either with a penalty or a try.
A lot of tries were scored and conceded by both teams. Was that defensive errors or just some good attack? A bit of both, perhaps?
Yeah, a bit of both. On our part, it was, in terms of conceding, there was certainly some missed tackles in the front line, which guys will be disappointed about. I certainly was. And I'll have to have a look at what we did.
And the drop goal, that was always on, wasn't it, for Southland to stage that? Was there a plan to counter?
No, I think that's just good smarts. You know, we've always gone on about smart, you know, rugby through New Zealand, and they just built phases and then put themselves in position to do that.
And so this left your campaign not in tatters, but frayed around the edges, you'd have to say.
Yeah, well, you know, now with I think Tasman's on 18 points and the rest are on 14 and 15. So, look, that's just one win away. It's just to get that win. That's the key thing. I think we've had a win and bonus points, so we need a win in true stats.
Well, Marty, rugby's a funny game, isn't it? You're battling for form 1 minute, you're magic the next. This was a nigh perfect game for you.
Yeah, those core skills are just starting to come together a little bit better than they did at Stars, a little bit rusty. And happy with my game at the moment. It's coming along quite nicely.
You had to do a lot of work for those tries. The one where you busted through several tackles and get over, that took strength and poise.
Yeah, there was a great support line run by John Hardy there on the inside, and he kind of held the guy off me in the last tackle, so it made it a little bit easier for me. And little things like that are making a little bit of a difference at the moment, so it's great to see boys busting like that to get there.
And the reward for a number 10 going to a ruck, looking for some loose ball around, that brought a try.
Yeah, I don't mind going in there. It's funny that Oz is quite happy with me going in there and having a look, but genuinely don't come out with the ball. We just like being a little bit of a hassle sometimes, but we're back getting in those dark places, I guess.
What was the message at half time? Because things weren't going to plan there. I know you just scored a try, the team, but it was shabby.
Yeah, it was. We weren't getting up off the line and chopping them down, and they were making easy gain line around our ruck. And we talked at half time about winning the gain line with attack and then winning the gain line on defence, and I think the forwards really showed a lot of heart coming up off that ruck and chop tackling, and the boys were making dominant tackles, and then the backs, with their attack, we started making a lot of gain line out wide, especially with the likes of Cardiff and Willis and Robbie, and yeah, it started to work out really well.
All right, what was the plan in the last minute? Was there a plan just made up as you went along?
We kick for the line out, and then we'd get to the middle and we'd see what we'd do from there, and it kind of came unexpectedly, to be fair. We were looking to hit forwards coming back to the left, but it got it and it kind of surprised them, which was lucky, and didn't have a lot of pressure on me.
Didn't have a lot of time, no. It was one hit or nothing, wasn't it?
It was, and the worst result was a draw, so we were winning either way, I kind of guess, in a way.
Team's buoyed by that result because you've had a couple in a row now, starting to get a bit of way on.
Yeah, exactly. We were disappointed after the way we played against Manawatu, and really thought we should have won that game. And to bounce back against Bay of Plenty and then to come back from behind and beat North Harbour, it's given us a lot of confidence heading into Otago next weekend.
You must know now that it's going to be a tough time to get that jersey off your back now. You in your spot today?
Yeah, hopefully. No, it's good competition in the team with me and Scotty. They're playing 10, and left foot, right foot, it works out quite nicely. So I think it's not a problem really. It's good for the team.
Definitely disappointed. ITM Cup, it's just how the campaign goes. There's a lot of errors and teams capitalise them quite quickly, and unfortunately there were way too many errors on our behalf as our team played, and as I said, Southland capitalised on them quite good.
You put a lot of personal work into that first try, the break, and then scoring it yourself.
Yeah. Some of the boys gave me a bit of stick for going by myself, but I saw the opportunity there and I took it.
You kept coming back as a team, scoring good tries, always in the game, often in front.
Yeah, exactly. We were often in front, and I think we had the better start of the game, and we were hoping to capitalise on the second half and the start, but just leaving that early try in the Southland sort of put us on the back foot a bit, and we just couldn't trudge back.
Did the team think there was something left after the drop goal went over? They stood at the kick-off line.
Mate, we were sprinting back to halfway because the ref said, yeah, there's one to go. So we ran back, and then the hooter went, and obviously full time. So had an opportunity to come back just for the last couple of minutes.
You seem to be learning fast. The standards required at this level. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am. I think just with the coaching staff that we've got at Harvey, I've learned a lot over the past 3 to 4 months, and it's really developed me as a player on and off the field. So I'm greatly thankful for that.
It's all about work rate for your loose forwards, isn't it? Getting around the field and making a difference when you get there.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to do the hard stuff first, and then the flash stuff can come towards the second half of the game when it starts to open up a bit. But got to do the hard yards first before you can start doing the flashy stuff like that.
And you've got the flash guys out there to do it for you if you do the work up front.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing we need to work on. Just keep sticking at the hard work, get that work rate up, and hopefully the opportunities come wide for our flashbacks to score in the corner.
It all means Wellington sit alone at the top of the premiership and likely to stay there. Canterbury and Auckland sure to fill the runner-up spots. And while Waikato have an outside chance of making the playoffs, Counties Manukau went a long way toward a semi-final berth by beating off the challenge of the Mulu men. Tasman have all the bragging rights now in the championship and should start planning their semi-final campaign, with the other 3 spots up for grabs. Southland and Otago did their chances no end of good at the weekend by accounting for others contesting those top 4 spots. Northland the only side without realistic hope. All eyes on Dunedin next week for Jamie McIntosh's ton. It's a 2:30 kick-off for the match of the round.